In a very, very important development, a lawyer attempted to throw his shoe at Chief Justice of India, B.R. Gavai. Thankfully, he was stopped before he could succeed. The act was shocking, unprecedented, and a reminder that violence has no place in a democracy. The Chief Justice of India has chosen not to act, even though the lawyer remains unapologetic. Listen to him.
परमात्मा ने जो करवाया वो मैंने किया, मैं करता नहीं, महज साक्षी हूँ।
मैं बहुत ज़्यादा आहत हुआ कि 16 सितंबर को चीफ जस्टिस के कोर्ट में एक पीआईएल किसी व्यक्ति ने दाखिल की, तो गवई साहब ने उसका जो है पूरी तरह से पहले तो मजाक उड़ाया। मजाक इन द सेंस कि ये कहा कि भाई आप मूर्ति से प्रार्थना करो, जाके आइडल से कहो कि वो अपना सर खुद रिस्टोर कर ले। जबकि हम देखते हैं कि यही चीफ जस्टिस बहुत सारे धर्मों के खिलाफ, जो दूसरे समुदाय के लोग हैं, आप सब जानते हैं वो लोग कौन हैं, उनके खिलाफ जब कोई केस आता है तो कोर्ट ने कह दिया आपने माहौल ख़राब कर दिया। लेकिन जब हमारे सनातन धर्म से रिलेटेड कोई मामला आता है या कोई भी मुद्दा हो छोटा मोटा, तो उसके ऊपर वो ज़रूर ऐसा कोई ना कोई ऑर्डर पास करते चली आ रही है ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट, जिससे कि मैं बहुत दुखी हूँ कि ऐसा इन्हें नहीं करना चाहिए। तो इन चीज़ों से लेकर मैं बहुत आहत था।
But the incident raises bigger questions. As you just heard, Dr. Rakesh Kishore, the lawyer in question, says he was triggered by the Chief Justice of India's remarks during a hearing a few weeks ago. The CJI told the petitioner, go and ask the deity itself to do something. When the petitioner sought the court's help in restoring a mutilated statue of Lord Vishnu in Khajuraho. Historical records show that the statue suffered during Mughal invasions, viewers, and that's what the Chief Justice said in open court. It was an oral remark. Many Hindus felt that the Chief Justice of India's comment crossed the line, suggesting that if the court cannot intervene, petitioners should appeal straight to God. For some, it seemed the court had mistaken Hindu tolerance for weakness. While the act of throwing a shoe is clearly unacceptable, Prime Minister Modi called it reprehensible. A section of the opposition and so-called rights activists tried to politicize it, polarize it, viewers. They labeled Dr. Kishore as a Sanghi terrorist with a Brahminical mindset, claiming he was targeting a Dalit Chief Justice of India. This is what the Congress president said. It reflects an attempt to intimidate and humiliate a man who has broken social barriers to uphold the Constitution. Such mindless act shows how hate, fanaticism and bigotry has engulfed our society in the past decade. Past decade, viewers. Who was there in the past decade? Modi's government has come to power, so this is all increased under him. That's the insinuation. G. Parmeshwara, Karnataka HM. The Home Minister says committing such an act under the pretext of his comment on Sanatan Dharma is highly condemnable. Especially, I must say this, CJI Gavai hails from the Dalit community and his rise to such a high position is itself a remarkable achievement. MA Baby, more explicit, viewers, shows how deeply, he says, the poison of casteism and communal hate is spread by Hindutva forces, has seeped into our society, unquote. The opposition reaction forces questions. Is this attempt to link a random act of violence to Hindu faith mischievously polarizing? Ecosystem says that terror has no religion, so then why link a random act of hooliganism to a religion? Why look to polarize when Dr. Kishore himself says his actions were not motivated by caste and that he is not normally violent? While violence is wrong, has the state mistaken Hindu patience and tolerance for timidity? Aren't the courts particularly guilty of inconsistent and selective interventions that have disadvantaged Hindus? Not to say that that means that people start throwing shoes at judges who they don't agree with. Dr. Ranganathan, let me bring you in on this. Tausif Shah, leader of the PDP, is also there. They've also linked this to growing Hindu fanaticism. Karan Verma is also there with us. Doctor.
Rahul, I have done it before 2 days ago, and I unequivocally condemn this shoe-throwing planning incident against the Chief Justice of India. It's totally unacceptable. Violence is never an answer, especially to an oral remark or a debate. But, you know, the hypocrisy and double standards are just, I'm sorry, there's no other word for it, diabolical. It is amusing to note that those who rejoiced when BJP leader Sushil Rinku, Vishnuvardhan Reddy, Rekha Gupta, Bhupendra Yadav, Kangana Narot were slapped, beaten, stripped, had shoes hurled at them, are today demanding the arrest of Ajit Bharti for exercising his freedom of speech. Look, I reiterate, I condemn anyone who takes law into his own hands across the board. And when it is done by every politician or leader cutting across party lines, But these fake activists and usual suspects only highlight the cases selectively. Like right now, they are only saying that, look, this has happened because the Chief Justice was Dalit, without in fact knowing that the person who hurled the shoe at him or was planning to could also be a Dalit. Now, do these people ever highlight, for example, the arson and murder spree in Bangalore over alleged blasphemy by a Dalit? Or smashing an Ambedkar statue, brandishing swords, and beating Dalit families after they protested a Muslim assaulting Dalit girl Sarita? Was that ever in news? Or nearly lynching Dalit Jayant Bhati, who offered wearing a Pathan suit, threatening death if he wore again? And these guys never outrage on the other incidents that happen. On, for example, the BSP selecting a candidate, a man who offered 51 crores to anyone who beheaded Charlie Hebdo journalists. Or when Mehbooba Mufti selects a rape accused as a candidate or condones the death of Wani the terrorist. Or when rape accused bishop is welcomed on the streets of Jalandhar by the church officials and believers. Or when the ex-vice president presents an award to the PFI chief. Or when a Congress MLA says he won't work for Dalits as they didn't vote for him. Or when Congress Harish Rawat says those who kill a cow have no right to live in India. Or when an SPG legislator slaps a woman entering Haji Ali. Or when Congress legislators demand hanging of Kamlesh Tiwari. Or when Yasin Malik is celebrated by Manmohan Singh. Or when CM Stalin felicitates the man convicted in Rajiv Gandhi assassination. Or CPIM leaders in their hundreds giving a rousing send-off to their convicted colleagues being sent to jail for pinning down RSS leader Master Sadanandan and sawing both his legs. Then it is not mainstreaming of violence. And in any case, do they not know that according to the latest NCRB report, a total of 57,789 cases of crimes against scheduled castes were registered across India. 28.7 per lakh SC population. Madhya Pradesh is ranked 1. But do you know which is ranked second? Rajasthan 69.1. And before you say it is a BJP ruled state, the data is of 2023 when Congress was ruling Rajasthan.
Let me just open this up. PDP leaders here with us. Mehbooba Mufti has again invoked Brahminical terrorism and this, that, the other. Let me ask you, Mr. Tausif Shah, thank you for joining us. Burhan Wani, a Hizbul operative, was described as a son of school principal and a social media icon. Ishrat Jahan, a 19-year-old college student, conveniently forgetting that she was a Lashkar-e-Toiba agent. Riaz Naiku, another Hizbul terrorist, was doggedly described as a maths teacher turned militant after persecution, unquote. But Rakesh Kishore is instantly branded a Brahminical terrorist who's opposed to Dalits. As Dr. Ranganathan says, the hypocrisy is replete. He's given you about 30-40 examples of when you all cheered attacks by extremist groups from different faiths on someone like the people that he mentioned, the whole list. So I want to ask you, why do you only see terrorists in one particular faith? Because otherwise for you, terrorism has no religion. Suddenly, Sanghi terrorist, Brahminical terrorist, Hindu terrorist, all Hindus seem to only harbor terrorists. No other religion can be associated to terrorism. How is this, sir? Can you explain to me? Or are you just trying to deliberately drive a wedge in Hindu society? Deliberately?
Mr. Rahul, first of all, I would just seriously like to condemn the act. Yes, this is a big constitutional collapse, and we'll see will judiciary rise to defend the constitution or not. We have never used these words, what you were saying, that the Hindu militants for this particular throwing of the shoe. Now, just let me tell you the angle which we were speaking about. What our member Mufti was speaking about is that when we have seen that there were many Muslims who have been jailed just for speaking against.
One second, sir. Your love for Dalits today, very well heralded.
We have always
Please,
been.
we should all, you always have.
Love for every religion.
Yes, yes. What is Article 370 about, sir? Who did it disenfranchise? Who did it call Valmikis, who were only supposed to be doing menial work?
No.
Where was the SC/ST commission set up in? Hang on, I'm asking you. No. All that you will forget. Then your Dalit welfare didn't come in anywhere.
Let me answer you. Just let me answer you. If you are speaking about Article 370, Article 370 was given to the state of J&K in 1947. The people, the Valmikis who
Sir,
entered the state of J&K, they were after giving the
what?
Article 370.
So what, sir?
There was a clear
So
provision
what?
in the law.
So what?
There
Do
was
you
a
know the
clear-
offensive
there was
words
a
that were
clear
used in that
provision in the
article?
law.
You didn't have a problem with that. Did you set up an ST/ST commission?
No, but
Did you? Yes or no?
it's
Answer
given
the
by
question.
India. It's
Answer the
given by the
question.
India. There was no amendment in it.
I'm asking you,
We
Tausif
have-
Shah.
we have
Oh,
not-
by India, they were given by India. Look at this, viewers. Look at
We
this
have not done-
separatism.
We have not done any amendment in the Article 370.
One second.
Except the government of India, which
just
did
one
it.
second. Just one second. Viewers, look at the hypocrisy here. Dr. Ranganathan, would you like to remind this PDP gentleman who has come, Mr. Tausif Shah, of the discriminatory instinct of Article 35A and Article 370, that they
You're
themselves
misinterpreting it.
nurtured, protected, and
You're
said that if
misinterpreting
you
it.
scrap,
You're
there will be
misinterpreting it.
rivers of blood here. Could you
You're
please remind him? Let
misinterpreting
him give you a
370.
lesson, sir, since you are in
No,
denial.
no. I don't
Please.
need lesson. I don't need lesson.
Then are
I
you in
know
denial?
law.
Are you lying here tonight?
I'm a law-knowing person.
Okay, so
You
then one
must
second.
be
Let
lying.
Dr.
You must
Ranganathan
be
just come
lying.
in. Let him
You
set
have
the
to go
let
to
him
the
set the
article.
record straight. Are you going to allow him to
Dr.
speak or not?
Ranganathan, tell me.
Mr. Shah.
I myself have read Article 370. I know it word by word.
One second. Give him 30 seconds. Give him 30 seconds, you can respond, Mr. Shah.
Look, Mr. Rahul.
Give him 30 seconds. Just give him 30 seconds. I know you know it all,
please
but
give
give
me
him 30
30
seconds.
seconds.
Give him
Just
30.
please give me
Show your
30.
tolerance to somebody else. Yes.
I'm
doctor.
always tolerant. Just,
Doctor,
I'm
go
always-
ahead. Doctor, go ahead. Yes.
Yes. No, Mr. Shah, please have the patience to listen to me. I was listening very patiently to you. Now, it is on record that Mehbooba Mufti said rivers of blood after the 370 article was abrogated. She even said that a flag other than the tricolor will fly if 370 was abrogated or not taken back its abrogation. These are facts. Now, if you're trying to deny it, I can't do anything. But please answer one thing. Is Hezbollah chief Nasrallah a terrorist? Yes or no?
Are we talking about the...
Arey answer
throwing of the
na,
shoe?
Tausif bhai.
Just a second. If
Don't
we are
be
talking
scared.
about
Answer. It's a simple
throwing of the
question.
shoe,
Was
let us say-
Nasrallah,
yes.
whose funeral was, condoned by Mehbooba Mufti? Was he a terrorist?
you
Yes
answer
or
me a
no?
question. Would you answer me a question?
I will first you
Where-
answer me. First you answer.
where
I will
all the
answer any
rapists-
question.
Just a
I
second,
asked
just
you
a
one
second,
question. You answer me
Just
two
answer my
questions. I
one
will
question,
answer
then
four
I'll answer
questions
your
of yours.
question. Just
But
answer
please
my
answer one
question,
question.
then I'll answer your
Was
question.
Hezbollah chief Nasrallah a terrorist?
I
Answer.
won't speak about Godse, sir. I won't speak about Godse.
नहीं, बोलो।
Just tell me.
Godse
Now
कहाँ से आ
let
गया? नसरल्ला की बात हो रही राहुल,
now let me
you-
answer one question to you.
He
You
was
please.
calling, Hindu
Just
terror. I
let
asked
me
him a
put
simple
one-
question. Hezbollah
Sir,
chief
have some
Nasrallah
patience.
So let me
was he a terrorist?
widen
Yes
this.
or no?
Let me
Please
widen
have
this.
some
Let's
patience.
also
Please
get
have
Karan
some patience.
Verma and
No,
Sheikh
no.
Amir. 1 second. Let's
Cholo,
open
just
this
give
up.
me
We're not
30
going to
seconds,
get.
Mr. Rahul, give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. So take 30
Just
seconds.
give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Mr.
By the watch.
Ranganathan, just tell me one thing.
But first
The
you answer
rapist-
my question. Or why should I tell you? You're
Arre,
not
Mr.
answering my
Ranganathan,
question.
I heard very patiently what you
But
said.
why you
We have
rattled?
had a debate already on.
Okay, just
we
a
have
minute.
had a very long debate on Nasrullah already.
What do you want to
our-
say, Mr. Shah? What do you
I
want to say?
what he is relating the matter to Nasrullah. Let me remind him, the rapist of that lady, Bilkis Bano, who were garlanded by the BJP.
There
what
you
would
go,
you
viewers.
call those
There
garlanders
you goes.
who garlanded them?
Sir,
What
from
would
the
you call
Supreme
them?
Court to
Let's
every
pause
news
this
channel condemned it. I'm
exactly.
now asking you, if you want
Now-
to get into this, I'm asking you, take a position on Nasrallah. Those were animals who did what they
Yes.
did. They
No,
were
let me
animals.
take a position.
You tell me,
No,
is
let me
Nasrallah an
take a
animal?
position of the Chief Justice
And
of
today
India.
is 7th
Is he an
October.
Islamist terrorist, yes or no?
Of India.
And
No,
today
we have
is
to see
7th
that the
October.
person
My
is
God.
not yet
Viewers,
arrested.
just a minute. Lower his fader. 1 second. Everyone's just going to keep talking nonsense, viewers. The fact of the matter is very simple. You see terrorists only in one faith. Am I wrong, Karan? Am I wrong, Karan Verma? Look at the coinages. They usually say terror is no religion. I can show you 101. And look at Article 370. Subjugated Valmikis, Dalits.
Right.
Didn't even give them permanent residency rights. This is the dignity that they were bestowing upon them? Or the lack of it?
Even basic laws like SC/ST Act weren't applicable in the valley.
Yeah.
And I'll just quote Mehbooba Mufti, what she said when the Article 370 was abrogated. Darkest day in Indian democracy. And then when in 2023 the Supreme Court upheld it, she said this is nothing less than a death sentence for Jammu Kashmir and the idea of India. So trampling upon the rights of the Valmikis, of the Gurkhas, of the homosexuals, of those who had come from East Punjab, so many Sikhs, that for you was an affront to the idea of India. I mean, shame, and nothing can be more shameful than this.
Yeah.
But, Rahul, I want to come to the larger point, the debate that we are discussing.
Yes. Just a second, doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, we condemn what's happened, the hurling of the shoe, but we are not going to rationalize it because we are rational people. We are not going to rationalize this by saying that what the Chief Justice said actually set the country on fire. Because we remember what the Supreme Court had once said, almost rationalizing violence against Nupur, saying that her tongue has set the country on fire.
Yeah.
We will not make that grave mistake that the Supreme Court had made at that point of time. That's the difference between civilized, rational people and loose cannons and loose statements like that. So I hope the Supreme Court also takes notice of that. And it's not just one-off case, Rahul. There has been a systematic discrimination. Dr. Ranganathan has written about it in his books. Systematic discrimination against the Hindus. Right from making snide remarks like, do you know who was Periyar? When there was a complaint discussed in the court about the crimes committed against the Brahmins, the Supreme Court had the audacity, I would say, to say, oh, do you know who was Periyar? What kind of language is this? Are you trying to sprinkle salt on the wounds of the Hindus? If that is what you are trying to do, I am afraid you are calling for trouble. Though I condemn it, but please don't cross the line. Respect the sentiments when you talk
then
of
patience can become a burden.
Includes Hindus.
Then patience can become a burden. Yes, doctor wants to show something, and I want to bring in Sheikh Amir for his pointed question.
Thank you. This is QED ad infinitum. That is the reason, these people like the PDP leader out here, they are unapologetic Islamists. They are proud. Now, let me read this verbatim of what Mehbooba Mufti said exactly 1 year ago.
Okay.
Cancelling my campaign tomorrow in solidarity with the martyrs of Lebanon and Gaza, especially Hassan Nasrallah. We stand with the people of Palestine and Lebanon in the hour of immense grief. This was when the terrorist Hassan Nasrallah was eliminated. And Shah is proud of this. If Shah has any guts, if Shah actually condemns terrorists, let him condemn Mehbooba Mufti. Coward.
Mr. Anand, Government of India stands with Palestine. Mr. Anand, you need to remind yourself and be reminded that Government of India has always standed with Palestine, and anybody supporting the Palestine
viewers, Hassan Nasrallah was not part. 1 second, was not Hassan Nasrallah. 1 second, lower his fader. He's just talking complete gibberish, viewers. Hassan Nasrallah was not part, viewers, not part of the Palestinian movement. He was not a Palestinian as such. He was much beyond that. He was not an innocent bystander. He was a terrorist. It's like saying, I am today expressing shock and remorse at the death of Osama bin Laden. What was he fighting under? What was he fighting for? He was fighting for his faith, viewers, and the right to eliminate every Jew. So, I'm just asking, and this is why I have a problem, and I want to bring in Sheikh Amir. Sheikh Amir, everyone is suddenly discovering this thing called Brahmanical terrorism, and how Sanatan Dharma is a militant faith. So, I want to ask you, Sheikh Amir, the ecosystem says, people like you say that terror is no religion. So then why link a random act of hooliganism, as condemnable as it is, to a religion? Why, sir?
Yes, Rahul, I was expecting this. Everybody who comes from BJP or, linked with that ideology, believes in that ideology, they come and they say, yes, we condemn this attack, but then there is a but. Like Dr. Ranganathan said, but. And what's that but? This attack is not an attack on an individual. It's an attack on the institution of judiciary.
Mr. Sheikh, thank you for telling us this. Thank you for telling us this. We know this. We have condemned it. I have to ask you a question. Do you agree with this statement? Do you agree with this statement, sir? Just read. I'm reading out this statement. Just tell me if you agree with it or not. This incident shows how deeply the poison of casteism and communal hate spread by the Hindutva forces has seeped into society. Do you agree with this?
Whosoever has commented that, they know what they know. They have tweeted or commented.
If terror has no religion, what is Hindutva terror? Can you explain to me?
what I believe that.
No, what do you mean
are-
you believe? I'm telling you what you believe.
trying
You
to
believe
make
that
this-
terror is no
make this
religion.
lawyer,
So then you should
make
have
this
no
person,
problems in condemning this
know-
statement.
No,
Why are
you
you
are trying to-
generalizing? Why are you painting the entire Hindu community on the back of some person who is irrational and has done something?
You are trying to make these or the Hindus of India make insecure. Feeling of insecurity. You are
Oh,
trying to
wow.
imbibe that
Wow, viewers.
insecurity.
Am I the one making
We
the
have
accusation? Anyhow,
80%
viewers,
population of
the
Hindus.
fact is the
80%
hypocrisy is replete here.
No, it's your
The
hypocrisy.
hypocrisy
You are
stares us
spreading
in the
venom.
face.
You are
They
spreading
only
venom.
need an opportunity to label the entire Hindu community as a militant fascist community. That's what they're looking for. And they have got it, courtesy this doctor who has done what he has done. Yes,
I think
very
I did not
quickly,
speak.
Dr. Ranganathan. Very quickly, and I want to move on.
Only Ranganathan, Dr.
How
Ranganathan
many-
will speak.
How,
That's
how,
your
how
debate.
many, now, one second, how many puddings are we going to eat tonight? Let me start with another one. Will the PDP leader out here, who is waxing eloquent upon terror attacks and terrorism and Hindutva terrorism, will he today, as it happens, is the second morbid anniversary of the attack on Israel and Jews, innocent 1,400 Jews by Hamas. Does he condemn the genocide perpetrated by Hamas on 7th October on Jews? Yes or no? बोलो हिम्मत है डरना नहीं
Would
अब
you,
बस ये आ गया,
would
what
you
about
condemn
it
the
आ
same
गया?
attack on 7th
What
of
about
October
it?
1923?
Do you condemn अरे
Sir?
कुछ तो बोलो
Sir, why
See,
should
लोग
I
हैं क्या
condemn?
क्या
Why
पूछ
should
रहे
I
हो?
condemn?
लव
They
सी
are,
लोग हैं लव
they are forcefully occupying. No, I'm not sealed. They are
There you go.
forcefully occupying
Viewers,
Palestine.
there is whataboutery, there is
condemn Hamas.
What are you
hypocrisy.
telling me to condemn
Only
Hamas?
one particular faith in this country is linked
What are you telling me to
continually with
condemn Hamas?
terror,
You stand with Israel.
and that is
Government
the
of
Hindu
India stands
faith,
with
and this
Israel.
has been established here. This has been established here very clearly. Everything else is a reaction to an injustice. That's as simple as that.
Rahul,
I don't need to go on and on.
if you
Let's
think
move
there's a
on, viewers,
problem
because
in-
there is a disturbing
if you
story
think
that
there's
I
a
want to
problem of
talk about.
casteism,
And let's open
if
this
you
up a little
think-